Sometimes even the coziest homes get a little visit from something wiggly and something sneezy. This is the story of a brave hero who usually waits quietly on a shelf. But when a big tickly problem arrives, this hero knows just what to do. Welcome to Skies and Tales Children's Stories. Tonight's story is about a brave little tissue box and the sneezing sniffle. This is a funny, comforting adventure where even the smallest helper can make the biggest difference, and every achoo eventually turns into a hooray. Once upon a time, in a bright, sunny bedroom, lived a cheerful little tissue box. Toby was his name. He was a small, square box, perfectly striped in blue and white, and filled to the brim with soft, white tissues. He loved his job, which was to wait patiently for a runny nose, a little tear, or sometimes even a big happy sneeze. One crisp autumn morning, a peculiar new visitor arrived. It wasn't a visible creature, it was a feeling. It was a vast, invisible entity, the sneezing sniffle. The sneezing sniffle was a restless, invisible creature that loved to zoom around, finding the nearest nose to tickle. It wasn't trying to be mean. It just found the sensation of tickling noses to be the most fun game in the world. Lily, the little girl who owned the room, tried hard to read her book, but she simply couldn't concentrate. The sniffle was busy at work. Achoo! Achoo! The sneezes were big and loud. Toby, the tissue box sitting bravely on the nightstand, knew that this was the urgent signal he had always waited for. His mission, Toby realized, was to deploy the soft white squares and capture the mischief. His little cardboard corners felt a surge of importance. Lily's mom reached for Toby. Out popped a soft white tissue. Toby felt a huge rush of pride as the tissue was put to its brave work. One tiny hero was off on its mission. But the sneezing sniffle was persistent. It zoomed right back into Lily's nose, feeling refreshed and ready for more tickling. Achoo! Achoo! Another tissue helped catch the mischief. And another. And another. Toby bravely watched his supplies disappear, one by one. He didn't mind the loss, for he knew each tissue was a tiny hero, helping capture the sneezing sniffle and making Lily feel safer and comfier. After many sneezes and many brave tissues, Toby started to feel a little low. His box was nearly empty. A quiet worry settled over him. What if the sneezing sniffle was a big problem for a tiny tissue box? Just then, Lily's mom brought Lily a warm drink and a big cozy hug. The sniffle, which had been zooming furiously, began to slow down. The invisible sneezing sniffle settled quietly on the windowsill, looking very tired from all the work. It felt a little voice inside itself say, "Time for a rest." With a final tiny yawn, the sniffle drifted away, ready for a long, quiet nap. Lily snuggled under her blanket. Her nose felt clear, and the big sneezes were finally gone. She looked over at Toby, the little box that was now mostly empty. She didn't have to say anything. A happy, silent feeling passed between them. Toby, the tissue box, felt full of happiness and accomplishment. His work was done. He knew he had been brave. He had helped, and that made him the happiest, bravest little tissue box in the whole wide world. And just like that, the sneezes stopped and the quiet returned. Sometimes the biggest heroes aren't the ones with capes and swords. Sometimes they're the quiet helpers who sit patiently, waiting for their moment to make someone feel a little bit better. Just like Toby, the tissue box. If you're feeling a bit sniffly, remember Toby. And remember that rest, a warm hug, and maybe a soft tissue are all the brave ways to feel better. As you drift towards sleep, may your nose be clear, your sneezes be few, and may your comfort be cozy and warm. Until our next tale, good night from the Skies and Tales Children's Stories, where every little thing has a big story to tell.